Hello, and thank you so much for joining me. I am looking forward to talking to you in this video about what it takes to be a wounded healer. And when I started this channel, it was with the intent that I would be working specifically with those who are here to help heal the world. And that's bringing a state of consciousness to the world. So what does it take to be a wounded healer? Well, if you're a wounded healer, if you're one of the people who are the ones that I consider my people, you've been through hell. You've been through total and complete hell in your life. You've walked through more than most. Starting in your childhood, you went through a lot of trauma and probably abuse. And you have come to a place in your life where you have a story. You have a story to tell, and you know that your story and what you've walked through is going to benefit and help heal the world. My people are those people with huge hearts who also have warrior spirits. And what I want to talk with you a little bit about is sometimes we wear our woundedness a bit like a badge of honor. And the real goal for us is to move from wounded to wise, to move ourselves out of the place of wounds, to change our relationship to the wounds so that we are able to help the others heal. Now, some of you may not be called to go into becoming an entrepreneur or being a spiritual healer or an energy healer or a spiritual teacher. You may actually be called to do other work out in the world, whether that's working with children or driving or working with food or working with corporations to help change the environment or to advocate for the rights of others. Whatever your role is, know that it's vital and it's valuable. You are here for a reason. You are here for a purpose. There are people who are only going to receive what they need based on your voice and your work. So it's important that you are supported and strengthened on your journey. When we are someone who has a lot of wounds, we've been through a lot, we've walked through a lot, we've seen a lot. We want to be sure that we are not working from a place of our wounds. Instead, we are working from a place of healing where we have tended to and worked through those particular wounds. Please do not make the mistake of feeling that you need to be 100% healed before you can make a difference in the world, because I will tell you that is not the case. For many of us, there are layers and layers and layers and layers of healing that need to be done. What it does mean, though, is we won't be working with people when we are in the middle of healing a particular area or a fresh wound. We want to be sure that we are working with our people from a state of wellness so that we can assist them on their journey. A lot of times we only may be a few steps ahead of them. We want to be sure we're in a place where we can benefit them. First, do no harm. We want to ensure that we are bringing forth a state of love and consciousness to those that we serve and to those who encounter us in the world. Your presence, your energy is vital. You have a natural ability to emanate who you are and your powerful purpose in this world, which means that it's a heavy responsibility to ensure that your energy and your connection with those you encounter is that of healing. Now, that doesn't mean ignore your wounds. It doesn't mean that. There are some people out there who like to profess that, this always be positive kind of thing. And I got to tell you, we have wounds and we have dark parts to us. We have shadow selves that need to be tended to. And when we have emotions, it's important that they are felt and they are sat with. And that's another conversation. So this video really is to support you on your journey, whatever that is. If you do decide to go into becoming an entrepreneur, it offers many different challenges. For someone who has childhood trauma and abuse, it's very challenging to find people who know how to help us. Most people just aren't that well versed in trauma, or they either they don't have the same level of trauma that you do, or they are still unhealed themselves. So sometimes it's very difficult to find someone to help us. Then if you go through spiritual awakening, that adds another layer that people often don't understand how to help you. Then if you go into the entrepreneurial journey, you've got even another layer. Luckily, on my journey, I have been strengthened and trained in all three of these areas because my people have I've been tasked to work with very powerful people who have been through a lot in their life, and they're going to be going through layers and layers and layers of healing. So if you believe that I am the one to help you, then I would absolutely encourage you to check out my free consultation. We do that on the phone or Zoom. My shoulder is still broken. I'm still in a sling here, but I can now do Zoom again. I can also do phone calls. And if you know that I'm the right one to help you, either with your healing journey, your spiritual awakening, or your entrepreneurial journey, then reach out to schedule a consultation at bit.ly/exploring options. On the flip side, if you are finding yourself kind of stuck and not really sure what to do or what step to go to next, I also have a lot of connections with a lot of people who are helping people get books published. I worked with a singer at one point who needed some contacts. There are lots of people with varying degrees of what they need, and I have contacts there as well. So I may not be the one you need to work with, but I may know people that you need. So feel free to use that bit.ly/exploring options for a free consultation with me, and we will figure out what's needed. Okay, let's see. What else did I want to tell you? If you are, in fact, on the entrepreneurial journey, one of the things I want to encourage you to do is be really solid on who who you want to help. The reason is we often go into this journey with our heart and believing, excuse the loudness outside, that we are here to help everyone. While that may be true, it is hella hard to get your business off the ground with that kind of of direction, because people can't hear you. So it's important that you get super clear on who you want to help. That may be a particular gender, maybe a particular sexuality or race, or it may be moms, or it may be business owners, or it may be children. It doesn't matter who it is. It just matters that you pick a who. And once you do, that also doesn't mean those are the only people you're ever going to get to help. It simply means it gives you a place to build your foundation. Otherwise, transferring from a regular type career into entrepreneurship can be very challenging, and very challenging to earn a living if you are casting such a wide net of I help everyone. Like, it really helps if you hone that down. The other thing I want to mention is it's super important that you get clear on why you're doing what you're doing. Why do you want to do this business, or this helping to heal the world, or bringing consciousness to the world? And it cannot be a superficial reason. It cannot be to make money. It may not even be big enough to say, well, I want to help the world heal. It's almost an exercise where you really get into your heart, deep into your heart, to find out, why is this important to you? Because I'm telling you, this journey, you only thought the journey before awakening, and I realize some of you may not have gone through awakening yet, but let's say, or before entrepreneurial journey, you may have only thought that was hard. This is fucking hard, hella hard. The amount of layers that you go through to heal and walk this spiritual path and help heal the world will uncover things that you thought had long been gone, or that you had long healed. It is going to require support and help. So having a firm why as to why this is important to you will help you keep going when it feels like you just can't go another step. I'll give you an example. My why, as a little traumatized, abused little girl, I knew that I was here to help people. I had no idea what that meant, and I wouldn't find out for years. I didn't go through my awakening until I was 49 years old, and I've been trying to figure it out since, and that's been 6 years ago. What I know is my people are valuable, and I want those adults who experience childhood trauma and abuse to know that I see them, to know that I hear them, to know that I've walked the walk that I've walked, and I've been strengthened hardcore on my journey, so that they never have to feel alone again. So they never have to feel misunderstood again. Because I know what it's like. And I know what it's like to feel like the person who's there to help me isn't strong enough for me to lean on. And I know what it's like to feel like the person who's there to help me just doesn't get it. I've walked out on so many people who I went to for help because I knew they didn't have what it takes. And that is why I am proud that I have been strengthened enough on this journey to hold space and to see and hear those of you who need the kind of help that it takes to be supported on this journey. So that is my message to you. There will be more messages to come. I have broken my shoulder. I mentioned this when I started the channel, and it's been a little bit of a challenge for me to be able to shower or do videos, but I believe in possibilities. And so I wanted to create this video for you now. Actually, it's take two. The first one you couldn't even hear. So may you be blessed on your journey. May you find all of the support and help that you need on this channel. And please, if we have not yet spoken, please consider scheduling a free consultation. bit.ly/exploring options to get on my calendar. If we have spoken and you feel like you're at a new place and you want to know what I can do to help you, or if I can give you a direction, please schedule an appointment and we will get together talking about your own healing, your spiritual journey, or entrepreneurial journey. May you be blessed as you go out and help the world heal. Namaste.